We got episode 3. So what is up, guys? I'm back. If you're wondering why I always have a hat on, it is because I slipped and fell into a mullet. And I don't want to show you guys the mullet. I know you're ready for fun. I'm ready for fun. And fun is how we get the funds. I would say trigger warning, but you're not a bitch. So we're just going to talk about things that are true and real. Every trader must cultivate an edge. An edge is a criteria and a strategy you deem has the best probability of working in your favor. An edge is backed by data and is repeatable, or a pattern. It is predictable because it is a pattern. Your edge could vary from only trading small market caps, that's pretty broad, to only trading stocks that have gone up 20% in the last week, or stocks that have 5x their average volume. It's essentially a search filter, or a filter that you put over the whole market to find the setups that you know and are advantageous because you know them. In 2025, I think it's fair to say it has been revealed to everybody in the world that our planet is run by some form of an oligarchy. Whether you say it's the WEF or the Zionists, or I don't know what else you would say. Those are the only fucking two. There is a gross separation of wealth from the top compared to the bottom, and it is one big club at the top. You know, the guys with the black eyes, the guys who hang out with Epstein. Whoa, my channel is gonna get striked so fast. So here's a fun fact for you. The top 1% of people in the world own 54% of all the stock. The shares are owned by 1% of the global population. Now, the top 10%, including that 1%, own 90% of the entire stock market. Bro, I hope that is crazy to you because that is fucking absurd. Whether you think that is the Vatican, the Zionists, the capitalists, the globalists, or the Chi-Coms, I don't give a fuck. We have real data to show us where this wealth is actually centralized. And just a preface for YouTube, I don't feel any way about what I'm about to present other than that it is objective fact. And that's also why I'm up fat in the market, is because I put my money where my mouth is. Here we go, fun stuff. Like I said, I'm giving you an edge. So I'm gonna get into it, I'm gonna kind of prove it. If this doesn't really speak to you, then move on to the next stuff, because we're gonna get a little more technical there, a little bit more theoretical, if you will. Here you go, another fun fact. From 2009 to 2005, Forbes 400 has had 139 or more of its 400 members being from Jewish heritage. That is equivalent to over 35% of US billionaires. Jewish people make up 0.2% of the global population. Sources say that only 10 to 15% of people with Jewish heritage are registered as business owners or founders. 10% of 0.2% of the global population is 0.02% of the entire world. That means a specific 0.02% of the global population is 1/3 of US billionaires. Is this sinking in? Go fact check this, it's true. It honestly might be worse now. Let's see what that looks like in terms of odds to become a billionaire. White people, we have 1 in 1 million odds to become a billionaire. East Asians have 1 in 3.5 million odds. South Asian people, 1 in 13 million odds. Black people, 1 in 100 million odds. Hispanic people, 1 in 13 million odds, and Jewish people, 1 in 60,000 odds to become a billionaire. That means a Jewish entrepreneur is 17 times more likely to become a billionaire than any white motherfucker on this planet, and 56 to 1,667 times more likely than any other motherfucker under the sun. Like, do you know how fucking rigged this shit is? But it's okay, because, you know, one day we might be able to change it, God willing. But if not, at least for now, we can make money off this. Based on Forbes CEO data and UCSC studies of Jewish board representation in major US public companies, 1 in 12 to 15 public companies are Jewish adjacent. That means they're either Jewish founded, the board of directors is mostly Jewish, their C-suite is Jewish, that is Jewish adjacent. Because 0.02% of Jewish entrepreneurs make up a little over 35% of billionaires in the USA, that means Jewish companies have roughly a 30 to 35% chance of becoming a top 5 player in any vertical. Whoa, do you know what this means? Top 5 players in their own vertical market statistically yield average returns of 5x to 20x their IPO price over 10 to 20 years. And an IPO is an initial public offering. It is when a private company goes public and they sell shares to the public in order to raise money and also reap all the benefits of being a public company. IPOs almost always see a big sell-off in the short term. You can go look at this. You can look at Figma. You can look at Firefly. You can look at Kiev. All these companies that just recently went public, they fucking go crazy at the beginning and then they see a big sell-off because, bro, like, how are you not going to take profits if you just went up 40% off of some bullshit IPO? So you can really raise our 5 to 20x returns by an exponent of 2. So that means our 5 to 20x can really be like a 40 to 100x. I know I keep harping on it, but the essence of trading is buying low and selling high. So timing your entry correctly is literally the name of the game, and it always comes down to patience. Instead of FOMOing or rushing to buy things, you should analyze and set price point alerts. When I do the Robinhood video, I'm gonna show you how to do that. This is how I don't have to stare at the charts all day and be like, okay, it's my pricing, it's my pricing, it's my price. Bro, I'll literally be in the gym, I'll get an alert that so-and-so company fell below $10, and I go do what I gotta do. Using this edge, imagine it like a pie. We are only worried about our edge or our piece of the pie. This is how we use our edge. 6.7 to 8.3% of total public companies are Jewish. If we cut our trading scope down to only these companies, we have a 5.7 greater chance compared to any other trader to find the next billion-dollar mover. That is a company like Cerence, another AI voice assistant company, going from $3.50 in November to $8 in a matter of weeks because they just throw out a buzzword. They throw out an announcement that they're partnered up with NVIDIA when they're really not. They're just using NVIDIA's shit. And I made money on that trade. And the only reason I made money on that trade is because I knew they'd do some fuck shit. But I'm going to show you how to get in front of the fuck shit. Based on this logic that I just told you, if you did 100 trades over 3 to 5 years with only Jewish companies, you have an 86.8% chance of trading the next billion-dollar mover. And you only have a 13% chance of never fucking whiffing one. Do you understand that? It's like I gave you a baseball bat. I said, bro, for every time you swing this bat 100 times, you have an 87% chance to hit a home run. And with this bat, you also have a 13% chance to never hit a home run. You'd be like, bro, give me the bat. So I'm trying to. Stack our edge with proper discernment and using the right verticals or the right sectors in the market and avoiding dumb mistakes like buying high. You have a 75% chance at minimum of being a profitable trader. Do you know how many people, how many kids are just donating money to prop firms, or how many adults are just losing money in the market? And you literally have an edge that will guarantee you a 75% chance of being profitable just by focusing on this. Like, bro, I know it sounds too good to be true. It's really not, bro, because the world is fucking run by Jewish people, okay? Yes, I said it. So anyway, going on, you have a 50 to 70% chance of being wildly profitable, which means getting a 200% return on a trade, at least. To get into some examples, it looks like it cut some of my document out, but that's okay. If biotech companies are bubbling in the zeitgeist, just like how AI was, then only look at the Jewish ones. I recently, look, I hope you can see the screenshot's kind of fucked up. I put it in Google just as an example. I got way more than this on my Discord. I held this trade for 3 days. And don't get me wrong, that was a little quick, but these are the type of returns you get with this fucking edge, bro. This is not the only time I did this. This company, Evogene, is a non-invasive face biotech company. I don't really give a fuck about that other than the fact that it's Jewish, bro. Straight up. Here's another example. If quantum computing is popping off in the market like it was a couple months ago, who am I going long on?
It was the
Jewish-led quantum company, D-Wave Quantum, that I got an 8x off of. Go to my TikTok. This is literally the only TikTok I got that did well. And it's because I was just like, bro, look at this money that I fucking printed. Who the fuck does an 8x in 2 months? The market relies on news for information and context to decide price moves. I'm going to give you another statistic that fucks everything in the butt. 90% of the stock market is owned by 10% of the world, and 0.02% of the world is 35% of billionaires in the United States. And if the whole market is relying on news and narratives to trade or invest, What do you do when 40% of the media presence in America, bare minimum, is also Jewish owned? Bro, I'm just calling it for what it is, bro. Christ is king. I got a crusader tattooed on me. You know what that means. Regardless of how you feel about everything I just said, the numbers are refusably misrepresented in their favor in every echelon of society. I dare you to go look around. All we do with this information is make money off of it. At this point, you either get it or you don't. If you don't get it, much awaits you, and you're blind spiritually. And that's okay, because ignorance is bliss. Sometimes I wish I could go back, but I can't go back. This course is not about ethnicity or conspiracy. It is about recognizing patterns of influence and capital and power. It's a trading edge. This is not supposed to be evil. I love everybody, and Jesus Christ is everybody's Lord and Savior. I know this was a quick video, but I'm going to build upon this in the next ones. Hopefully this was a fun watch. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, it's okay. But please take all your libtarded stuff somewhere else, because I do not care. I will just delete the comments. There's no need for political discourse in the comments. This is about making money. And if you don't understand money, then you obviously will never understand anything about geopolitics or the world or spiritual warfare for that matter. I will see y'all in the next video. Everybody be blessed. Have a great day. Come back to the next video. Subscribe, like, again, join them Discord, and I will catch y'all. Jesus Christ is Lord. Thank you.